Hey, Don here. Um, okay, so I'm going to make a little video here on a problem that I've been having. I'm in the process of uploading. Well, I clicked on my Google. Okay, this is my Google Video Manager page. I'll just start with what I'm doing here. This is Google Photos, and this is actually the one I want to do. Let's see. Yeah. Computers. That's a bunch of my albums. And I've got videos, I uploaded here. They were auto, I had to do it on a Windows machine because they didn't make a Linux app. And this is a Door 23 Linux. I run Linux, that's what I do my work in. And anyway, but it will upload. There's an app for your phone that'll work, the Google, the Photos app. But and there's something about they're retiring something too. I don't know if they're going to quit that Windows Upload app or what. Auto backup, they said something about it not retiring. But anyway, that's not what I've got all these photos, and actually I have my original playlist had 400 videos in it, and I went to upload them, and they said, "Oh, you can't do but 300 at a time." That's what I had written on my note to self. And this is some videos I actually uploaded. Actually, it's really transferring from one of their service to the other, but you have to. I thought you could just get it going and get off the page, but I must have remembered wrong, or they changed it because it asks you to stay there. But the problem I'm having, number one, if I try to use, this is Firefox developer version, and the only real difference, there's more differences, but the main, in this instance, the difference is I only have AdBlock Plus on here. I can't stand all the blinking ads and everything. I've got to have something in there. I use this mostly to just see if my ads are working on my web, my blog and stuff like that. And yeah, some of those ads on there do blink. I need to I don't know, I need to change that. But and some of them I haven't made any money on in 2 or 3 years. There's no point in having them on there as Amazon ads. But I haven't made any money in actually a year, I don't think. So maybe I don't need any on there. But the most I ever made was 1 year. Well, only I don't know why I'm going into ads, but 1 year I actually got a check for $100. But it took 2 or 3 years to build up that $100 because I only get a check from Google when I get $100 worth. I'd set it. That's actually the way you used to have to do it. I think they changed it now. But anyway, this regular version of Firefox, I have a bunch of ad blockers and stuff on there, and security and privacy stuff. And every time I get on, actually lately when I just get on, you still could watch YouTube videos fine, but if I tried to get in these pages, the administration pages, the script would start come up script error, and it'd say this script is not responding, and it slows down my whole computer. And I kept telling it, kill the script, but it'll come back. And so this one I can use these pages, or I have been able to. But today, well, I was setting up OBS Studio and everything, and so everything only check my memory usage, and right now everything's good. See, 200 something megabytes on each. This is how it normally runs. So there's this little says web content. That's the scripts. If you're not on that YouTube page, those are some scripts on YouTube pages that are running. And I figured they're scripts anyway. It's not Flash because I don't have Flash in either one of these browsers that I'm talking about. I have one that has Flash, another Firefox version that has Flash, but what it is these are actually running in standalone mode. They're not portable so much because you couldn't just really take them in a USB. They're not, like on a USB stick where you could just run them on any computer. They're just in a folder on my system. Make sure my video looks good. There's a Firefox. It's just unzipped to a folder, and when you click, and I put an icon, I made icons so that I can run it. And on my desktop and up in my top bar up here, panel they call it. And then there's Firefox developers. I had to give them different folders so that they would same name. See, that's the same folder name so I put it in a subfolder so that it wouldn't conflict with regular Firefox. And then the installed version is in it's kind of spread out, but it's in most of it is dot. Mozilla is where Firefox goes in Fedora right there. And used to, there it is. See, there's a bunch of it, not all of it. But used to, all the Flash and Java and all that stuff would be shared automatically when I'd unzipped one to that folder and ran it. But now it doesn't, and it just happened. And so then when I realized it, it's like, oh well, that's kind of cool, because I hadn't really realized I didn't need, there's not near as many sites that use Flash and Java. I don't actually install Java. I use a Linux open source, an open source version that runs on Linux called Ice-T version of Java plug-in. And so, but I don't even need that. I don't have any of that in this browser or this other version. Only, when you're looking at it, it just, well, I mean, if I had it open, you'd see a bunch of add-ons and stuff that I have in there. So anyway, instead of just talking about, let me see, kind of look at everything, make sure I'm in the right place. I'm not showing talking about all these apps and I'm showing my own face or something. Since I have my OBS studio going, I have to, still pay attention to what's going on, and got a lot more to deal with. And this is a remote desktop to my Windows 7 machine. I may need to use it, but I thought, well, heck, while it's there, I already have Firefox open up, I'll check my stream. So I paused it a while ago. Oh no, I didn't. Thought I did. It was playing. So, no. Yeah, get myself confused. So now it's playing, but it's playing from, if you click, I guess if I click down here, it'll catch up to where I'm at. Yeah, see, now you can see, if you really look close, in a minute you'll see that little mouse moving in the little window. See, when I move this one. So I pause that. It uses quite a bit. Firefox, YouTube uses quite a bit of resources for any of my machines. I don't have the one I'm on here is that is a AMD dual core with 2 gig of RAM. That Windows machine, and that's 64-bit Windows 7, which actually doesn't run well on there. It's because it actually minimum RAM is 2 gig for Windows 7 64-bit. Used to have 32-bit and it ran better, but I wanted 64-bit because of some apps I wanted to run. But now I don't know. I may have to change it back. But anyway, this machine, the Fedora 23 system, is a Lenovo i5 with 4 gig of RAM and quad core. It runs pretty good most of the time, except for it's really low on. It has an onboard video chip and it's only 256 megabytes. So that's where I get into a lot of trouble with all this stuff, because it's using up my video memory. But sometimes you'll look in here and it's using up, sometimes Firefox will be using up 2 gig of memory or something. And OBS Studio, sometimes when I set too many bells and whistles in it, I'll just say, it'll get up to using 3 gig of memory and more. And so I have to shut down, reboot, and finally I figured out what I can use and what I can't. So, yeah, my stream looked good, everything looks good, so I can go. I can just, as long as I see that it's stream health is good and everything, then I can keep going. And I'm saving it to my hard drive too, so that's why I keep looking back over here like I always. I'm not even using G2K to record my desktop now that I'm using OBS Studio, so it's nice. And my audio that's in my stream plays and all that stuff. So here's what I want to do. I showed my Google Photos albums, and so you go here. If you haven't ever done it before, you can go here to the upload button, and you can just right there import from Google Photos, and you can go one or two. You can select them one at a time, and that's the auto backup thing I was talking about. Those are in auto backup. I don't remember. No, most of those are all from my phone, so I don't know what. It doesn't say that now, but the last time I clicked on it, it put up a message saying auto backup was going to be discontinued. I wonder if it means it won't work from your phone either. I have to look into that now, because that could really change everything if I have to upload everything one at a time. That's why I'm using this, because on YouTube you have to load. I thought you used to could upload more than one video at a time. But now you can't. You have to do one time, and that takes forever when you're like me and you've been making videos for years and you never did get them uploaded. I thought I was going to edit them all, but I finally realized I'm never going to edit all these videos. So I'm just uploading everything I've got. And most of it, this stuff is all already uploaded automatically up to Google Photos. And so I've been spending days and days going through these albums, getting the junky one, putting them in albums, and then looking through them again, getting them junky ones out, the worst ones out. And so this one here, and like I was all ready to upload that album there before it goes away. That's the one with like 408. I guess I didn't click on that enough. Oh yeah, it doesn't do anything to you. Okay, so this one has 408, and you wouldn't let me try it. And there was no way I could go in there and move those to a new album or anything either. That's ridiculous. You should be able to go into your album and move them to another album and stuff like that. You can take them out. You can put them in, you can take them out, and that's it. No moving. So I had to start a new album and start from scratch. I had 408 hand-picked videos. Everything gone through. Everything was good. Spent last few weeks or months, over a month's time, looking at them, going through them, going back, checking them here and there, and spending hours here, hours there. So in the last couple of days here, I said start over. So I had 299 in there because it said 300 was the limit. And then I felt like, I got a feeling I better go look through those. A lot of those I'm not quite sure what they were. I didn't look at them. I just selected them by their icons, their previews and preview icons. So sure enough, I went from 299 to 253. That's how many of them were bad enough I didn't want them in there, And the other, I had made 2 sets yesterday. I spent all day, all night doing it. And so the next set, all these are the same ones that were already in here. Ended up being 152, but I haven't gone through those and hand curated those yet, so I don't know what's going to end up. So I'm not going to try to upload those yet. I'll be lucky to get this to work. So here, I've already done this before and it won't work, and I'm going to show it. Then I'm going to hopefully do it in Windows. I thought, well, if I'm going to have to, if it's kind of, and it's if it's going to work but use too many resources on the machine, I'd rather have a machine I'm not trying to work on. I couldn't work, while it's happening the way it was. Even if I got it to start working, I know it'll work because I did 30 of them yesterday with no problem. Didn't take but about 20-30 minutes. Because it's not uploading them from your machine, it's transferring from that one server to another, I guess is what it's doing. I'm sure it is, because Google's got servers all over the world, no telling how many they got. And I'm sure they have different server farms for different purposes, So you just click on the album. And I don't know what would happen if I had pictures in the album. I don't know if it would ignore them or hang it up. I'd like to know that. I guess I'll find that out because I do have some other albums that have pictures in them. So I don't know if it'll hang it up or it'll just ignore them or what. But so anyway, I'll do this and one more time before I make sure my stream health looks good. Keep getting confused about what's what. I got so many things going on. Okay, yeah, we're counting up time. It looks like we got good stream health. That is rolling good. Okay, so clicked on that already. That's select, and then you hit select. And then what it does is instantly, when it works, it instantly flips over to an upload page. But that's not going to happen, I'm sure, because I've tried this twice on these bigger albums. Now here it is. A web page is slowing down your browser. What would you like to do? Stop it. Wait. Now, if I hit wait, it will end up using so much memory that I'll have to reboot the machine. So I'm going to say stop it. I've never hit stop it before, but it goes to this. See, it says 0 of 95 videos, and it looks like it's uploading. And it says your videos are still uploading. Please keep this page open. I left this page open, and it said like 140 or something the first time I tried it. All evening, and it looks like it's working. It absolutely looks like it's working. But it will never do it. It's not going to happen. So, I'm just going to... It says stay on the page, so I could just get off of it, but I'm just going to close the browser. Let's go see, before I go from this browser, let's go see if it's using a bunch of memory. Okay, it's okay right now. That web thing, look there. 655 megabytes, and it kept growing and growing and growing until I got up to 3 gig last night. So I'm going to close that. That web is the script. Now they're both gone. We're back okay again. So I just leave that browser closed now, and I'm going to go over here to Windows, and see, I'm already in YouTube, so all I have to do now is just click on Upload. And I think, I don't know, there's no point in clicking on my stream and all that again. I started to. I really get worried. I've had so many disappointments with things breaking, you know, when you're recording, that I get leery and I want to check and check and check. And plus, I ran sound for bands I started doing sound for people singing with sing tracks in church back in about '83, and then from about 90 or so to 2000, 2001. I always say 12 years, so I don't know. It ended up being 12 years, basically. I ran sound for bands almost every weekend. So, and I really enjoyed it. I love Christian rock music, and some of that intro music that I'm using, it was actually me playing the guitar. I can't really play, but I like to play with the guitar. I have ever since I was a kid, and I do sing and write lyrics and poems and sing sometimes. I haven't done any recording since '05, but I got to do a lot of fun stuff. So anyway, but I'm used to checking and triple checking because I was a sound guy for about 12 years. So anyway, import from Google Photos. Do the same thing again, but now I don't know what. Maybe it'll work better in Windows. Sometimes these scripts don't want to run in Linux version of the same web browser. This is Firefox as well, and sometimes, you know, they work. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're just as bad in there. Let's see. I didn't. I'm going to click on that to see what version this one is. I'm running the newest one, like 51 or whatever. That's 50. Okay, so I'm running. Oh, see, it's ready to be updated. You know what? I better do that. It's already been downloaded, so I'm going to upload it. That'll kind of help clear up the memory on this machine because I ended up spending hours reset. I said, I want to add some music to OBS Studio, and you know, so it'll automatically play when I hit intro and exit titles, intro titles, exit titles. Ended up spending hours choosing the music, going through it, figuring it out, you know. Because I had done it by playing VLC the other day, and I thought, oh, I like that. So then I thought, well, I know I can add them to OBS Studio. And so I did that. So yeah, now I should be running the same version of Firefox. So, and it put me right back on the same page. So, whoops, that's not where I wanted to go. Go there. This machine, I don't know what it'll do. Yeah, 5101. And this is that's 32-bit version, but it's a 64-bit Windows 7. So anyway, don't care, just as long as it works. Go back in here. And anyway, it's been running for hours, so it was hopefully it cleaned out some memory like it does, you know, in Linux. I'm not sure what it does in Windows 7 when you do that, but I think it helps. But I didn't want the machine running that long, but that's how it turned out. So yeah, there's the same one. Okay, so I click on it. Then you got to go down here and hit select. You already selected it. You should say upload or OK or something. I selected it by clicking on, well, I guess since you can click on more than one if you want to. So I don't know. It just threw me off. Every time I see it, it throws me off. Okay, here it is, a script. And this page may be busy or it may have stopped responding. You can stop the script now, open the script in the debugger, or let the script continue. The script, HTTPS, so-and-so, so-and-so. Now, I don't want to stop it because that's the script that's trying to do the uploading, so I'm going to say continue. Now, waiting that long to explain it may have already broke everything. See, the machine's so, it's using up so much resources on the machine. It may lock this system up because it's not, you know, it's kind of pushing it hard just to run Windows 7 64-bit. This may be a pretty quick experiment here. I may have to go back and just see if I can get it running on my, my Fedora system, and then maybe not be able to use it for anything else. But see, it's not even responding when you hit continue. That happens a lot when you got a unreleased script. A lot of times they just won't run. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to show this, and and for myself too. Remind me how the heck I could, maybe if I got it working, how it would work. But I do not have any real hope for this working now. That you can't even get that error to go down. Oh, it's more scripts, I think. The number changed on the end. And sometimes that's what happens. It just, okay, there we go. Yeah, different numbers. It may be the same. I don't know. This whole thing with I've tried going and finding these scripts and, getting them out of because I've had this problem before with my bookmarks. When I'm scripts in my bookmarks, it got there somehow, and I don't know how. And first thing I started scanning for viruses, even on my Linux system. I thought, what is this? Because some JavaScripts can, infect a Linux system, but it wasn't that. It's just they don't work right. And like this whole thing I'm talking about, this is a good example of it. And see, it keeps changing its number every time. And this is actually the kind of menu message I usually get in Firefox. It may be because that's developer version that I had that different looking. So there's nothing going to happen here. Wait till it's kind of changed numbers or whatever, because I click continue again. But that's never going to work. And why I don't know, maybe it's a different number for every video that I'm trying to upload. It says 128, but there's actually 200 some odd, like I said before. So you can hit stop script, but there'll be another one. I'm going to try to close the browser before it does that. Just leave that like it is. I bet if I looked at the system resources, it would undo it. I'm going to open it up and come back to it in a minute. So I'm going to go back and try it here. Oh, I could try it in Chrome. I'm going to do that first. Chrome uses a lot of resources, but yeah, it may do it, because a lot of times when you get these problems on YouTube, it won't work in Firefox. But I'm going to check this though. Okay, yeah, I want to make sure everything's okay with this before I try to shut it down. It's got a little red. Oh, I guess that means you're recording. I hadn't noticed that before. Let's see what this thing looks like. CPU would be the first thing you'd want to see. Yeah, SVHost always does that on this system. I don't know why. It'll be using. I thought it was a virus, but this is a fresh install, and it's still doing that. Let's see, where's the. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, CPU, memory. I wanted to see if all the memory was used up in it. It's kind of small and hard for me to see. Working. It's harder this app's pretty good, but I'm used to the other one in Linux, and so I have a little harder time figuring out what's going on. You do have this, but I find this more accurate than these graphs. CPU, let's see. 0 and 1. Well, a 1, it looks like it's being used 100% right now. What's this? But there's 4 graphs, and there's only 2 cores in this thing, so I don't really know what the heck it's supposed to mean. And I suppose the memory's doing okay. Main thing would be the CPU. Okay, now what's this one? CPU, network, memory. Okay, that's kind of easier to read. But it looks like it's, well, I suppose it's, yeah, 50%. So that's, see, there's that one SVO, it's using 50%. And there it is at around 50% with spikes. So what I'm going to do is go back to Firefox and put it back on YouTube. And then if it locks up, I don't care. I can hard shut it down. I don't like to do that, but I just want to put it on there so I can go back and check my stream easily. I don't want to have to do it on my regular machine because it's going to be working hard doing, let's see, is that up enough? You have to wait. Go to YouTube and then go to I don't have any shortcuts or anything, quick shortcuts like I do in that other browser. I was going there so much in that other browser that I didn't click on the right thing. Or I guess it didn't happen because whatever that is. I didn't. All I did was click over here. Why am I getting videos up here? Yeah, this is what I mean about the machine not responding well. Okay, now I need to. When you're doing it this way, you have to. There, video manager. That'll get me there. I'm getting aggravated with it and trying to hurry, and you can't hurry these things. But okay, now where's the live? There it is, live stream. It's trying to remember my password for my YouTube thing. Well, not the YouTube login, but the YouTube live thing. And that's, you don't want that saved in there. Wouldn't help anything. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's where I'm at now. Yeah, I guess when you close it and go back to it, it shows you where you're at now. Best way I can tell is to move the mouse around a little bit. See if it moves. I just realized I'm moving it over that window, but I can move it anywhere on the screen. Yeah, it's slow, I think, but it does have, it's good health and all that. So where's my pause button? There we go. It makes it work harder to be playing. So see how this one looks. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go over here and make sure I'm still on my desktop. I haven't even run Chrome in here for a long time. I don't know what kind of shape it's in. It may have updates that haven't been installed or whatever. I mean, it should be automatic, but in this system, but could have stopped being updated because this is Fedora 23 and it's actually past end of life in EOL. And Chrome pretty quickly stops updating after after EOL on your Fedora systems, Linux systems. But yeah, that's the thing I'm supposed to be had planned on doing first before anything else was getting this updated to Fedora 25. Let's see. I don't think I have any fast way to get to YouTube other than typing it in. Oh, it's searched. I hate that. I like when I want to go to the URL. I don't want to dang search results. Search results can have all kinds of crap in there. Okay, now how do I get to? Oh, it's not signed in, so I got to sign in. I don't know if I even have the password. Or at least it's not showing it. I gotta do it. I didn't expect it to, or I wasn't even clicked on it. Okay, I don't know why I didn't just sign in. Okay, and what do I want? I want video. I gotta go to Video Manager. Wait till that comes in. Let's see. Things are kind of slowing down a little bit. Let's see what we got going on here. Yep, my machine's slowing down. There, look at that. Chrome, just Chrome on YouTube, 1.3 gigabyte. Now, if I give it all that work to do, what's going to happen? I'm scared to find out. I'm wondering. Well, I'll leave everything as it is because everything else is fine. And it won't use less. If anything, it'll start using more, especially when I start I use it only when I have to. Some sites, won't work won't work well on Firefox. Where's that upload button? There it is. And I have some add-ons in Chrome that should help some of that, but they don't seem to. Of course, they probably all need updating. They may start updating while I'm doing this because I haven't had it open in so long. Okay, there it is, 253 photos. Click, select. Now let's see if it tries to work or if it just, what it does. Usually, for a long time, I couldn't do any kind of administrative uploads or anything in YouTube without just using Chrome. And then it got to where Firefox would work, but Chrome, then the last couple of years, Chrome has just gotten fatter and fatter and using more and more resources till what's this? The following page has become unresponsive. Wait for it. Well, you know what? That's not going to work. Well, that sinks. I mean, with it already using that much memory, and it's probably just going to climb. I'd rather try to see if I can get Firefox to. I was going to try. This is my next thing I'm going to try. Wait till Chrome shuts down. Get rid of all what it's doing. Okay. Yeah, that's OBS Studio's doing really well. Everything looks good on my stream help, so I'm going to go. I know it won't work in this one. At least I don't think it will. But most of the time you want to block. There's so many bad scripts you want to block them, but this is one that you need to run. And I'm really starting to worry that it won't work with more than, like, say maybe I should have made that 100 videos, and that means starting all over again and building and doing them one at a time. I did, going through. I'm not good at looking through long lists. I just can't do it. So if I was to, like, go into photos and even you can go to albums. I'll show this. You can go to albums and then you can just click on videos. Now if I was to, well, that's how I did that, and then I did this all again, which I'd been doing over time, doing them 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. But anyway, you can well, I went blank. Oh, I know why, because I'm not in the right place. That's how I put them in the albums. But you can here with the upload thing. You can go in there. Okay, yeah, in this page, I could just start with in all videos and start selecting. And just, I guess I could stop at a lower number. But that would mean starting all over. I don't think you can preview. No, you can't play them and see what they are. And that's what I did when I built my album. So I really, really need this to work. And it should work. It shouldn't be such a pain. So, and I know it will work. It's not that it won't work at all, because I did 30 last night, like I said, with no problem. It's just the amount, evidently. So, I don't know what would be the magic number. I have no clue. Was kind of guessing, because when you click on it, I'm going to click on it. And when we get our script error, I'm going to keep saying wait. This time I did this last night, and then finally after about 5 times I thought, it's just going to use up all my memory. I'm not going to keep doing that. But maybe if I wait long enough, it'll get all of them counted and set to upload. Just keep doing it, and the longer you wait on an unresponsive script, it'll get its process broke, I guess you could say. It won't do me any good to keep clicking on wait. So the best thing to do is be right there and ready. I have done this before with some of those other, in the past, other unresponsive scripts that I wanted to work for whatever reason. Like, say, bookmark sorters or something like that, because I have lots and lots of bookmarks, and I use add-ons that'll sort them or find duplicates or something like that. And but a lot of times you're just not going to get them to work. But yeah, if you sit there like I did earlier and you're talking and not answering it, then it will just kind of stop working, it'll lock up or something. And it keeps on. It'll use more and more of your system memory too. While it's unresponsive, it's using up your system. It's like it. I would say that maybe the script has a memory hole in it. That's what they call it when an application has a kind of make what it sounds like a memory hole. It's just chewing up the memory. It's it's a bug, and it's chewing up the memory and not doing any work. It's just using up memory. Oh, look, did we do it? That's the magic number. That is the number, I believe. I'm terrible with numbers, but I'm almost certain that's it. So this time I'm leaving it and letting it see, because it's not coming back up. And it still says, your video, just like the, got excited too soon. Maybe if I keep doing it, it'll end up working. But he got the right number of videos. So it did go through them all, sees them all. But I can't sit here all night doing this, clicking on the script. There's like say when I was in Windows, that's the way the script errors look. And you used to be able to say, wait, and don't ask me again. But the problem is, like you saw in the Windows version there, each script has a different number on the end, so it's counted as a different script error. Even though it's all started by the same process, the same script. Each one is like its own little script, I guess, and so I thought something was happening there. It says it's taking longer than expected. The video has been queued and will be. Yeah, that's because of these script errors. But and will be processed as soon as possible. I don't know. That could have happened the other night when And I know one thing, that video it's talking about, I know that's a small video. It's a very old, one of my old videos, and it's small. So it's not like it should have already been uploaded by now. I mean, it's really small, a few megabytes. So it's just this unruly script. But this was just as bad in Windows, even worse on that machine because it didn't have as much power as this one. And in Chrome, it's even worse because Chrome all by itself is using over a gig of memory. So I wasn't about to keep trying to get it to do it. But I like this Google Photos when it works, but when things stop working, it's a pain. And I've been using it ever since it came out, because I really like that auto-uploading, because I had so much stuff that I had never got around to. Like I said, I always held it back, wanted to edit it, and then I never did. And finally I decided, you know what, I just need to upload it as it is, and or else I'll never do it. And now I'm having trouble uploading it. Maybe I should play some of my background music here. That I've been listening to. My intro music, of course, then you wouldn't see the screen the way I have that set up, but of course I could just play music, but I'm just being kind of silly. I'm not. Okay, what does that say? One of them got uploaded. Oh, I think we might actually be there. Okay, now this is the actual upload progress page. Uploaded 49 of 252. It starts changing like that. I don't know why the number changed, but it did. And that's that little video I was talking about, that very first one. Oh, still got script errors. So if I don't sit here and babysit it, this is my one of my very first videos I ever made when webcams were first invented, actually in '98 or something like that. I was much younger then. And I got the webcam for free on the rebate. It was such a cheap webcam. I still have it and it still works. A D-Link? D-Link? I don't remember. No, I don't know if it's, yeah, I think it is a D-Link. Anyway, I was going to page on down and see what else was uploading, but I got to keep on top of this script because I know if I don't answer it soon enough, it'll break everything. But if you have to do that the whole time, then I'll have to give up. One good thing, though, I found out from about 30 that I uploaded, I had already uploaded a bunch of those videos out of that same album earlier, a few month or two ago, and I thought, oh, what's going to happen whenever? I know some of them are going to be duplicates, but it just said these are duplicates, they can't be uploaded, and so it was fine. It uploaded all the ones that weren't duplicates. And sometimes it doesn't. There's some of my videos I did this before with about 150 years, say around 150 videos, some other videos in another playlist. I did like probably last year, maybe, yeah, sometime. Well, last year, yeah, because of 2016, but I don't remember. Probably about a year ago, I did it, and learning how to do it all. Well, I had done something in my YouTube account and I didn't realize what kind of trouble it was going to cause me. I had put like a base name for my videos in the settings, and what I didn't realize is that it made that same name on every video. I thought it would be like a prefix or a suffix to the video names, because they'd always, whatever the file name was your video name, your title, I believe is what they call it. And I'd done it and forgot about it, and so I had all that 100 and some odd videos uploaded with the same name, and it just takes too long to go manually one by one rename those. And the sad thing was, all those videos I had painstakingly named everyone what the subject was, gave them long a name, is fairly long names, and actually numbered them 01, 02, all in a chronological order, because you could sort your YouTube playlist by ABCs if you wanted, and that was the way I had been always doing it. And now they don't do that. It's either upload date or what's the other one? Upload date or publish date, which is not very useful. I mean, it can be in some circumstances, but if you're doing them one at a time, yeah, that's okay. But if you're doing a whole bunch at once, then it's not okay. It doesn't help. And I'm talking about when you're building your playlist, when you're putting them in a playlist. So, but you can, but once you get them uploaded, your videos in Video Manager, you can append, and this is crazy too. What I would want to do is leave the base file name on the end and put I don't want to append it, I want to prefix it, That's what I'd want to do. And leave the base file name at the end. It would be perfect. But you can only do either replace the name, and that's what I ended up doing with all of them. I actually deleted them all because it had uploaded a whole bunch of duplicates. It didn't see them as duplicates for some reason. And I mean, there was almost all duplicates, like almost every video was duplicated, and it was too confusing to sort out, so I deleted them all, re-uploaded them, and I messed up on the upload page. There was a spot where you could, it said, like put a suffix or prefix to the name. And I did that, and it did the same thing. Every video was the same name. And but it did see a bunch of duplicate, no, I had already deleted all those. Well, some of those videos in my album were duplicates somehow, because Google Photos had done that. It had, I didn't get a chance to click that, but it went away. Maybe it was okay. Google Photos did upload some duplicates. For some reason, I think at the beginning, actually, if they came from different folders, it just uploaded them. But then after a while, it started, I think, giving them MD5 sums. And it looks like it's going really fast. See, it says uploaded, but 189 of 246. That's really fast. And it says 91%. That even seems to me to be faster than it was last night with 30 videos. That's why I wanted to be able to do this. So anyway, all those videos are about, they're old videos I made with my webcams back in 2009, and they're a whole week I spent working on my truck, and I'm making videos of it, placing wheel bearing, my 76 Chevy Blazer, placing wheel bearings and working on the tailgate crank and stuff. And they're not high quality, but they're high content. And good content, I think. I like it. It's stuff that I like to watch anyway. So anyway, I held them back all these years and wanted to edit them and like try to convert them and stuff too. And I never did do it. Never did get around to it. Could never face that many weeks of editing. So, because like right now I have a video that's about an hour long video. All I did was it's been running for 2 nights. It's on its second night, day and night, on my Pentium 4, because I couldn't work if I was doing it on this machine. Besides that, Katie and I quit working on this machine for some reason. But my Pentium 4, I have Fedora 22 on it, and it'll do it. It's just, not going to do it as fast. And it's Pentium 4 with 2 gig of RAM, and it makes it hot in here too. I'm trying to sleep, but I did anyway. I think it's really close to being done, so hopefully it'll finish. Sometimes you don't have to hit that wait button. And I looked at it a while ago, and it was looked like it was 98% or something like that, 90% maybe, I don't know. Didn't have a number on it, But anyway, I didn't think it was, I was afraid of it. I already ran it once on another machine that wasn't quite as loud, and it's kind of loud. It's got loud fans in it. Wasn't quite as loud, and it's a Celeron of about the same speed and everything. It's supposedly a little faster. My Pentium 4 is 2.4 gigahertz, and the Celeron is 2.5 or 2.8, something like that. It has 2 gig of RAM as well, but it ran all night and all day and errored out, and it said the error was wild time codes. Every single file I'd put in there. So I'd edited a bunch of short videos and cut out bad things, like with me coughing and stuff like that, bad parts of the clip, and that's all. And it errored out. Well, this time I went ahead and tried the volumes. If you don't have the phone, if you're using, these were all phone videos, MP4s, which YouTube will accept, and you can just upload them. That's what a bunch of these are. But I thought, well, you know what? I don't want to normalize the volume, because I was actually doing audio tests, trying to make a mic work on my phone, and but I did want to raise the gain, and so I did. I raised the gain, and then used a hard limiter to stop it from overdriving, or distorting, getting up above 0 dB. It says 222, so it's working. So I guess I sit here and babysit it. I'm just gonna, might as well show the outcome. It's gonna be a long video, but oddly, it may not be all that long, not as long as the other video. I started to go look and see if everything is working right, but then I might have to click wait. But I'm not going to want to have to do this every time. I'll probably do it for this batch and the next batch. Well, the next batch is going to be 100 and something videos. Maybe it won't do this. I didn't get this script error with 30 videos, so I definitely won't try another 250 videos again. I'll make sure I upload my albums before they get that full, and especially now that I realize for sure that if there's duplicates, it'll just not upload the duplicates, and that's fine. You can fairly well depend on that. It's basically the same kind of, I'm sure that they're using pretty good technology, pretty much like the duplicate file finders that I use and stuff. But yeah, it's at 97% overall, 223 of 246. I think it's going to actually get done. I'll be much happier about that after all this time I put in. And I can't believe I ended up spending. Add to playlist. Let's see. I'll wait until it's done, and last time I didn't do that, and I had to go manually do that. But I can say add to playlist, and every one of them will be in the playlist I want them in, but they won't be ordered right. Actually, with these, it wouldn't help. It wouldn't really help to go by file name in these. What I need to be, what would make them work the way I want them to, that's the number one thing I would like, is order by creation date. And that you can do in Google Photos. You can say order by creation date, newest, first, or oldest first. That's two of the main ways to do it. Actually, I think that is really the only, or manual. You can do manual. But when you got a bunch of videos, the last thing you want to do is manual. But these, you can see, like, that is just the default name of the file of that was an AVI video application. That back in the day, that's what all videos were, AVIs. Well, there was there was real audio and video, so it'd be like RA or RAM or something like that. And then here's one that I named. It's back when I started getting into naming them in ways that I could order them by ABCs. And plus, that way I knew what the video was about, and I would even write notes to myself, like if there was problems with it or something. But like that one there, Radio Shack TRS-84P boot not finishing, and that was the original name, DSN, out of the camera. That's just a silent video out of an old camera that I had. It was actually a Nikon camera, but it did those 15-second videos. It was I don't remember what age. It was old enough that it was like 2.1 or 2.7 megapixel camera, so that tells you a lot. But it had a real good lens, and it made, actually, that's the best camera I've actually ever had. What I'm using now is phone cameras, and they're 2.1 megapixels, but of course they're a fixed focus lens, plastic lens, not a Nikon lens. I keep thinking, okay, so I wonder if I could take that lens out of that Nikon and put it on one of my cameras and figure out a way to mount it. You can buy those lenses you can mount on cameras, and I thought, I wonder if I could do that. I don't want to tear up that camera though, and it wouldn't zoom. The thing is it's dead. It won't do anything, so you can't. Zoom wouldn't work. But if I was a real electronics whiz, I might be able to use. I've got an Arduino. If you've heard of Arduinos, I've got one now. And you might do something like that, but and I also have a big video camera lens. I had back in the mid '90s. I went to an auction, and I bought two cameras and some parts, and they were one of them was a Sony BVP3, and the other one was a Panasonic. And it had an extra lens. And that Sony was great. I sold the Panasonic right away and made a little bit of money on it. I bought it, and then like $200 on it or something. I should have kept it because I didn't make that much. And then the Sony, I kept it for several years. And originally that camera was a $10,000 studio camera. All right, it wasn't like the huge studio cameras. It was a shoulder. You could use it portable or studio. Use it on a big, good tripod in the studio. And same kind of cameras back in the early 90s, and at that same time period, 95 to 99, I was volunteering on some local cable TV shows that were about Christian rock music and stuff, and I was running camera, and that's the same kind of camera, same type of camera that I ended up getting. And anyway, in 2000, I sold it. And I got $1,500 for it, and I was paid $350 or $375 for it. That was cool. It's one of the very few times I ended up, with some cool deal like that, making money. But I miss it to this day because I've never been able to. The way things turned out, I'll never be able to buy another good camera since. And way back in the '80s, I had a Canon T80. And it didn't do video, but it was like what you would, nowadays they call them DSLR, digital SLR. Well, this was an SLR camera. Well, it wasn't a real SLR camera because, maybe it was. Can't remember if you could change the lenses or not. It might have been just under SLR camera. This was a film camera, 35 millimeter film camera, but it was some of the earlier ones that had electronic autofocus and effects and everything under the sun. And I loved to take pictures ever since I was a little kid. My grandmother was really into taking pictures in 8mm movies, and I got into it as a kid, and I made 8mm movies. I ended up she gave me her Brownie, Bell & Howell Brownie movie, 8mm movie camera. I still have it. And a projector. I ended up getting that, and actually I bought myself a brand new projector when I was, in my 20s, because that projector of her Bell & Howell actually got to where it wouldn't play videos that wouldn't play movies anymore, right? It wouldn't play them at the right speed and stuff. Matter of fact, no, it didn't eat them up. I bought one, and it had sound, and I thought, oh, cool, maybe I'll do both. Well, it had different teeth on the sprocket, and it chewed up my movies, so I had to take it back, and then I got one that was just silent. And it's out. All that stuff's in the garage, and I can't get to it. It's all buried up, but wish I'd like to get it out. But anyway, yeah, I've always liked audio and video stuff, and I had my first my first tape recorder was a little reel-to-reel, like 4-inch reels, and then I got a realistic cassette deck, and so I'm just talking because this is almost done, and I want to sit here until it's done. And I used to record just a little bit, just all kinds of things, everything. Back in the 70s, after I was grown, I had. So what did I use? Oh, I bought a TIAC stereo cassette deck, and they didn't have dual, copying decks back then. It was a single cassette, but I plugged my turntable into it. All our music was on, vinyl, and so I would record my albums onto cassettes, and then I bought one of the very first auto-reverse cassette decks from my car. And it was a realistic. Realistic was good stuff back then. It wasn't as high-powered as, like, say, a Craig was a good tape deck, or a good 8-track back then, Craig brand. My friend named Craig loved Craig because it was his name. And Jensen was good. I still like Jensen speakers. I have some right now, and car speakers that I'm using in my room right now. And so anyway, but Radio Shack was cheaper and good enough, And so I had an auto-reverse cassette deck while everybody else was out there trying to rewind their messed up 8-tracks. Those 8-tracks would only play so long, and then they would go nuts. And they would get tight, and they wouldn't roll, and you'd have to take them apart and roll them and work on them, and then half the time the darn reel would fall out and go everywhere, and then you'd be trying to fix that. And I helped Craig, fix his a lot, but I had a 8-track for a while, we had an 8-track. We had a Sanyo home stereo 8-track turntable and radio, and that's when I realized. As soon as I started having trouble with my 8-tracks, I didn't want an 8-track in my car, So anyway, I recorded we had like 125 albums. I had got married when I was 18, and we raised 3 kids, and of course later got divorced in like 1989. But back in those days, we'd listen to our Zeppelin and ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner in the car or the truck. I kept that tape deck for many years. I recorded all my albums, my Yes and Who and everything on cassettes. And yep, they're uploading. I just now feel like I could dare go down, roll down, and I haven't seen that error in a while now. So maybe it's counted up all the videos now. Look at there, 240 of 246. I think it's going to actually do it. So I went on and on about all that, and don't know how I got to talking about it, but yeah. See, I already have my preset, description, which is not the actual description of every video. It's just video by Don Bishop and check out my websites, my websites. And then, but you can append. You can go in there and like in the video manager and say select all these videos and append. Like if you get them organized and you know what they once you know what they are, then you can append. Can add. Like I said, I wish you could do that. You could have your presets and then not append, but prequel. Not at the end, but at the beginning. That would work out perfect. Same thing with file names and the like I could leave that name, no name AVI. I could say Dawn. All these ones that are similar, I could say Dawn. Actually, I know what those were. Those are named, I don't guess, the ones, these were the originals, were the ones that haven't been renamed, but there's some more. I edited them and played with them and did all kinds of stuff in an AVI editor. There, hi, I'm Dawn. That's the others. I didn't want to sort them all out, so I just uploaded all of them. Hi, I'm Dawn. And so those ones that just say no name AVI, I could add hi, I'm Dawn, but I wouldn't want it, really don't want it at the end. I want it at the beginning, So all those ones that say no name AVI, I could add hi, I'm Dawn at the beginning instead of having it to have to go at the end, the way it works now. And last time, well, I said that a minute ago, last time I forgot to click that right there, add to playlist, and so I had to go do that. And I leave that on to automatically put them on Google+. So that'll be 246 posts on Google+. I think that's hilarious. I don't ever get on Google+, hardly ever. Usually when I upload videos, I go look to see what happened, But other than that, I don't really get on there. I ate a little snack before I started this. I didn't want to stop and eat my whole meal. Didn't really think it was time, but I'm so hungry now. I ate a snack. I ate a little, what do you call it? 2-bite Hershey bar is what I ate. Now I'm starting to get really hungry again, and I keep my cashew nuts in here, but I've got them up there where I can't even reach them without banging this mic all over the place, so I hate to do that. I'm usually not stuck behind the mic. I want to go check other things. 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna. Oh, it says 100% now, but it's not actually completely done. Can't process them until I'm publishing them. I don't think until what will it say? I might be able to do it now. I'm not sure. Oh, uploaded 243 of 246. Some of them might have been duplicates. I think it's done. Let me take a peek at my stream. Yeah, it's still good health. Oh, now it's good and long, 1 hour and 3 minutes. Okay, so I think I can, let me go down here. I don't know if that, I don't think that's too, I think that's just, well, it doesn't say next page. So see, all these other videos are out of the phone. They have the vid and number on them. See, I'd like to be able to help me. Well, of course, they'd end up getting too long for you. YouTube doesn't seem to allow as long of the video names as they used to. But then the ones I went ahead and uploaded, these ones that are auto-made, the ones that I liked by Google Photos. So they're just named Movie. I was wondering how that was going to work. They all Movie MP4, but it didn't cause trouble. But I don't know if it'll be in this list here or if it'll wait till I get on my manager page, but there'll be, if there was any duplicates, yeah, I guess that is the whole 240 something. But, so I guess it's done. So anyway, if there's any duplicates, it will show me, and I can, actually you can click on them and then just say delete, and then they're not, mucking up all your stuff. I mean, it's just, I left them for a long time because I didn't realize. One thing I could see the name of them and I could know which ones were duplicates. But yesterday I realized, I don't need all that in there. It just gets confusing. So all I want now, you want to be very careful, because if you there's a blank in here somewhere where you can say, I thought you could append. Maybe it's not there anymore, but it said append the file name, and I went ahead and did that on that one batch, but 150 or so of my Blazor. And it didn't append them, it made them all the same exact name. So you don't want to do that. I want them all to have their original names, and then if I ever really get in there and do I got a whole lot more videos than this to upload, so, and I have another 200 or so already on there, so that still, like those Blazer ones, I'm probably just going to do them over again, start again this time, and they're named in the right order. And so if I just delete them and re-upload them from Google Photos again, then unless it's this much trouble, I don't know. But it might be. It didn't. Last time I did that 150 or whatever, I didn't have this kind of trouble. If I had any errors, it wasn't enough for me to remember it even. So anyway, I'm going to say add to playlist. What are these? These are computer. Let's see. There it is. Phones, computers. Yeah, phones, computers, and so on. Okay, that's my playlist. The others are just videos I like. These are all my videos that I make. Okay, now it says it's 100%, and I imagine that it says 243 or 246 because some of them were duplicates. I didn't see a spot where. I wonder if. Yep, video is a duplicate. I was just going through there so fast. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that was it. 7. It seems to be more than 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. Well, there's 7 that are duplicates, so I don't know. But it says it's finished. I kept thinking, well, maybe it's not really finished. But yesterday, I thought it was finished, and I click on publish, and it didn't do anything. But now it looks like it would work. I just don't want to short it, you know, if it's like not finished. There's so many. I guess if I'd go slow enough, I might be able to look through there. Like I said, I'm not real good at. But they all, from what I can tell, they all look identical, saying they're done. So I definitely don't want to interrupt any, that's for sure. So yeah, that's pretty crazy that you could even get that to work by clicking on wait. Pretty crazy that it would do that, and that you. Now that, of course, that whole thing, that script timeout. Actually, you might be able to change that, but all it would do is slow down your browser and let a bad script use up all your system resources. So I wouldn't really change it. You might be able to. That's a Firefox thing, is what I'm saying. A preset in Firefox. So you know, there's a Firefox settings there, pages you can go to change things, but I don't think I'd fool with that, because I imagine you'd have more headaches than you already got. So now I've got from my first videos to last week's. Well, no, maybe like last month's or 2 months ago, because I haven't got that other batch done yet. So anyway, they're going to go to the right playlists. It should just be done now. Then I'll go over to my YouTube page, my manager page, and see what they look like in there. Oh, that's 244 of 246 now. Huh. So see, it wasn't done processing all the way, I don't think. Seems like yesterday I noticed this, and same type of thing, you know. Of course, it was only 30 videos, and I went ahead and waited until it was completely done before I clicked on save. But it let me, and I've already done it, so nothing I can do about it now. But I'm not going to leave this page. It says processing done. It doesn't say stay on this page anymore. Your changes are being saved. I'm going to hang on here for a minute. Stream. I'll hit my stream play button again for a minute. Yesterday I did this, or I mean not yesterday, but the last time I made a video, and it wouldn't show what I was doing now until I just went ahead and clicked all the way down at the end, and it caught up. Yeah, see, now it's showing something more recent. It's showing what I was when I was paging through that stuff. It's kind of odd. It's like I had to click 2 or 3 times to get it to go to where I'm at now. but I'm waiting for my mouse to show up down there. It looks like it's trying to load. But that's a whole nother thing. I've made some other videos about figuring out how to make the live streams work. I finally got them working where my audio and video stays in sync, and it won't look in sync on my cam when I show my camera. It's my phone camera because it's being streamed over my network, and you're just losing frames. Well, I had to set it at 10 frames per second. That's what in order here in OBS Studio. Not seeing my mouse, but that's okay. I know the health looks good, and you can usually depend on that. In OBS Studio, I don't think let's look at there. It says publish all again, and it's at 245. I want to wait till it gets to 246, and I'll click it again. Return to editing. But all these down here, see, I think maybe yeah. There's some that I wonder if there's more pages than I thought or something, but those aren't published yet. I'm gonna wait till that says 246. I think it will, or maybe I should hit publish all again. But OBS Studio, I completely forgot what it was I was going to say about it. Well, maybe it'll come back to me. Yeah, it's. I'm gonna hit publish all again because I don't know if that's maybe what I should do. See if it does that again. Oh, wait. I don't. I'm too leery of leaving this page until it looks like it's. Yeah, see, it's saying saving until I see that they're all done. Even though it's not saying, you know, stay here like it did before. Oh, look, now these other types of share buttons are there. I don't use it. I don't do all that stuff. Especially wouldn't do them one at a time. Now it won't respond while it's saving. I hear some machine working hard. Since I have 1, 2, 3, 4 machines running. My server's always running. The machine I'm working on, and then I have my Blue FIC and my ASRock running. Blue FIC is editing a video or rendering an edited video, and check my memory. Yeah, Firefox 1.8 gigabyte. It was probably doing that. And see, look, it's showing Firefox twice, but one of them doesn't have an icon. So that's that process. Just hitting that save button. The normal part of Firefox is just 232. OBS Studio is doing good. Oh, the frames per second. 10 frames per second in OBS Studio. Now, whatever I'm showing here on the screen so far, it's been working. That's why I didn't make live videos. I quit trying because I couldn't get it to stay in sync. Like when you're pointing at something with your mouse and talking about it, it was way off, you know. So now I don't know if it's because they made advances in the apps, and it wasn't just OBS Studio. It was XSplit, OBS Studio, and another one I tried. None of them would work, but for more than maybe 10 minutes if you're lucky, you know, 20 minutes maybe, and it just was not usable. So I decided to try it again the other day, and I had learned from GTK Record My Desktop. Actually, I set it on 5 frames per second, and it works perfectly. But you can't get your audio of your desktop, you know, like if you want to play music or a video in your video. And OBS Studio is a full production suite. It's awesome. You can do live. You can just save to your machine. I'm doing both. That way I have a backup if anything goes wrong with my stream. That should be growing there. It grows a little slower in OBS Studio. And also the files are a lot bigger as FLVs. That's the default, and I just wanted, since it was working, I didn't want to change it. I don't know. See, those still aren't published. Okay, I'm just going to stay on that page and not get off of it, because I still wonder if it's really and truly completely done. Well, I don't know why those aren't showing up to be. I don't want to not have the ability to publish them all at once, because you could go, if I had my email open, you get email about every single one of them. I'm going to have 245 emails saying, do you want to publish a video? But yesterday, all I had to do is just select them all and archive them, because I'd already done it from the page. So yeah, I'm not going to get off of there, but I will go to my video manager and see what's up and new on there. Okay, there we go. Oh, that one says draft because it's not published yet. See, a whole bunch of them are saying drafts, and I don't want to have to click on them one at a time if I don't have to. A whole bunch of them. So I don't know why they didn't publish already, but go to the next page. There will probably be a few duplicates in there. I don't know if these are from today. Yeah, I think those are from today. Yeah, I don't know why so many of them are showing up to be drafts when I've clicked publish all twice. And it says it's done uploading too. I think there's only like 50 videos per page or something in this video manager, so. And I wasn't paying a lot of attention, but so far I haven't seen any that say they're duplicates. But yeah, I would like for everyone. I used to always name every video with something descriptive to tell me and anybody else, if I was putting them on YouTube, what it's about. And I mean, I think that helps them show up better, or used to. They do have all these. They've been working on, with the YouTube voice, and there's a bunch. Failed duplicate. So these, I'll just later, after it's all done, I go back and delete them. But because they're evidently already up there. And what's cool about this is I went through and checked and made sure yesterday that they really, and I wanted to see what the duplicates were, but they had different names because I'd renamed them on YouTube. And even some that were like old videos that I had 2 copies of, and they had like an original file name and a name I gave them, and they had come from different folders because I just Google Photos had uploaded them from all kinds of different folders and different machines even, and so because what I had done is I had started up this Windows 7 machine, this one right here, and then connected it to my network, to my old, used to be my main machine. Now I kind of call it my backup server because it's basically what I'm using it for now, my Fedora 14 machine. And so I wanted to upload, that's where all my stuff was. So I would connect it via the network, and then Photos Upload app, upload them from one machine, from my Fedora 14 through my Windows 7 machine to Google Photos. It was a pain because you had to have it all that running the whole time that was happening, but I'd do it, let it run all day for a day or here and there, day or two, maybe even a whole night once in a while. I don't know if I really did that because I couldn't stand all the noise and heat, but yeah, I still don't think I've got to. Well, now, there we go. No. I don't think I've gotten past them to the videos that were already there yet. But these are all published and everything. Yeah, now that's some of the ones I uploaded. I remember those silly videos I made. And let's see, now there we go. That's some of those very first videos. So I guess they're kind of showing up in the order. I don't think that took. In the order that, that they've been uploaded. I think that's how they show up. But, oh, here we go. That's it right there. These are the ones I uploaded yesterday, some actual real project videos. I was kind kind of redoing the sink and putting a new sink in and refinished the cabinets in the bathroom I had built. Well, actually rebuilt a vanity, but I had built them way back about 98, 99. And the water got to the vanity, and it was bad, so I just made a new one. But yeah, see, I'm up at page 9. I should have clicked on the 6, I guess, and then I wanted to get back to page 1. So I'll go to page 1. There we go. It doesn't have it at the top. Okay, page 2, and then I can go to page 1. There we go. Yeah, so there's still a bunch that didn't get published. I'm glad I didn't get off of my page, because I'll keep clicking publish until I get them published. Okay, so that's what happens. Close that page now so as not to. And it hasn't changed from 245 yet. Say publish all again. Probably have to sit there and watch that script. Keep doing it until I don't see any more that haven't been published. Wait. Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you couldn't up that wait time, which could help in an instance like this. But it could also, if it was a script that most scripts that do that, you just don't care and you don't want them running. It could even be a bad script, like a malicious script. And oops, well, that one did all its own. You wouldn't want them to keep running. I kind of think I did it before and it caused myself a real headache, but I don't know for sure. But you wouldn't want them to, be able to really just lock up your machine from overusing, everything. Now look there, it's still 1.9 gig. Windows machine. I didn't even try Chrome in it. I knew it couldn't do it. Or did I have what? I had Firefox. Did I even try Chrome in it? Now I can't even remember. But anyway, all these videos, there may not be too many of them that people want to see, but and I love working with computers, and I make all kinds of videos about what's going on with my grandma and grandpa, mama and papa is what we call them. I had all the videos, and sadly I had all the videos and all the 8mm videos sitting in I won't tell the whole long story, but they were sitting in my living room, and someone came in and stole them, and that's pretty much all they stole. And didn't steal TVs or anything, and and we knew it was some kids in the neighborhood. So we knew that, and because we had them over and we were showing them to them, and we were doing a youth group. I'll go into it that much. We were doing a youth group, and they were like, oh, somebody, I don't know why, one of the kids, we had like 15, 20 kids there, said, oh, what are those, how are those, they knew there were old stuff, and some old stuff was worth money, and because this was from the 50s and 60s and 70s, and this was in the early 80s. And they said, oh, what are those worth? And my wife at the time said, oh, they're priceless. And they're like, what does that mean? And I said, well, I just thought, I was kind of worried, them thinking they were worth something. They might steal them, because I knew there was a couple of little thieves in there. And I said, that means they're not worth anything. They're not worth anything, and you can't put a price on them. But anyway, I saw that look in their eyes, and I never did find out who did it. But I'm not explaining it very well. But anyway, and at that time, I had a feeling that we didn't even lock our doors back then. We lived way out in the country, and anyway, they disappeared, and so those silly kids thought they had something they could go sell. Of course, who wants people's home movies, and they didn't ever sell them. We actually did get one. They were in these boxes, these metal boxes. We did get one box back because they also that I had all my new ones out there too, but they had 3 or 4 boxes that my mama had made of me and my dad, and he died when I was 4 years old. And me and my cousins, everybody growing up, just reels and reels and reels. And she put them all together on, their little short reels are like 3 inches in diameter, and she put them on like 8-inch, 10-inch reels and spliced them together. I still have the movie splicer and all that stuff. And so all those got stolen. Movies of my dad, my mom when they were young, and everything, and me and everybody else growing up, me, my sister, my cousins. They're all gone, and the ones of my own kids were gone because I had been making them of my kids doing the same thing. But we did end up getting back one box. The mother of some of those kids gave them back to my wife at the time. And I say at the time because we later got divorced. But never did get the others back. Oh, I need to publish all again. So got to pay attention because sometimes that button will still be there, but there's nothing left to publish. Whoops. So wait. So, but the strange thing is that was worth more to me than money, and so I did figure out, it's not the end of the world to lose that stuff because you still can remember everybody, but it was important stuff to me. So I'm doing it again. I'm putting it out there. And like my music and stuff, it's all out on the, I've had it on the internet for years. And you can, my website is donsongs.com, and you can download that stuff for free if you liked that music at that website. So, I've always been interested in it, but I had gotten, like I said, I volunteered at cable shows and did sound for bands, and so, I'd seen and been around so much really well done professional work that I didn't want my poor work being shown. I wanted it to be all professional grade, but you just can't always do everything you want just the way you want it. So something's better than nothing. That's what I finally decided. Let me see how everything. Still got a good stream, and it's getting way too long. I try not to make these long videos. Nobody's going to watch videos this long. But what I do sometimes, if it's a really good video, I watch them sometimes. Or I mean, like people generally very often make a series, because it is easier to watch them in bite-sized pieces than all. When you see a video that's an hour or 2 hours long, you're like, oh, I'll never watch all that. Okay, now I don't see any more that are saying they need to be published, so I think I'll go look in my page, because I think I'm just clicking that button for nothing, and it kind of hangs up the browser. So let's go look and see. You know what? You could sort them by different ways. Maybe, yeah. Is there any that says like unpublished? No, it says unlisted, private. Can't do by unpublished. I noticed that yesterday. I hadn't really, and I went looking through them that way. I may have got them. 482 videos now. I may have got them all published. I kind of hate to go one page at a time, but I don't see any other way to do it. But I want to make sure it's all done. Yeah, and if I click on that again, it kind of almost locks up the browser. It does lock it up until it's done, so I don't want to do that. I think maybe they're all published now. I want to get that done before I quit, and then maybe I go back and append some of the names. Put them. They should all be in my playlist that I put them in. I'll look in there and check that. But now that I can make really good screencast videos, I'll really try not to do. Kind of went crazy. Well, I mean, you can grab the phone so quick and easy, and then some of these machines, I didn't know of any way to make screencast videos on them, the other machines. Some of them aren't very powerful, you know, but actually with GTK Record My Desktop, and now that I, you know, realized you can 5 frames per second is the best way to get a good desktop video. There's one that didn't work for some reason. Oh, it says it's processing. So it's there, but it's not processed yet. I guess it's a longer video or something, I don't know. But it uses a lot less resources to make it with GTK Record My Desktop. OBS Studio is a pretty heavy hitter, so you couldn't do that on all my machines. But what I've learned is I can run, this one's running tight VNC, and all I have to do is boot it up and I can log into it. This Windows 7 machine, but my other ones, what I can do, when I have my, you know, I have a four port KVM switch, so whatever, and I have 3 computers that share one cable and one USB and one USB VGA. But I have to keep swapping those out, but the other 3 of them can stay hooked up all the time. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 counting the laptop, but well, 3 because I don't have to put the cables on the Windows 7 because I've got it set up to. I can just get to it with VNC remote desktop. But okay, where am I? Okay, now that's back into my Blazor videos. I was just going and not even looking. Okay, so I want to look at my playlists and see. They should all be in my playlist now. So it looks like they are all published. Okay, there's my playlist. It's going to have a bunch of videos. It should 69 videos. It should have a couple of hundred in there now. It just says 69. That's weird. I don't. Maybe they didn't go into that playlist like I wanted them to. Yeah. Maybe it didn't. They didn't go in there. Well, there's one. Maybe they don't go in there right away. Maybe it takes time to process for the system to do it. I won't mess with it until tomorrow. But these are all sorted in the right order and everything, but they won't be now. And all these videos that I just uploaded, almost all of them are in a sequence, and they don't make sense unless they're in order. I like watching playlists, and so I always make them. When other people make playlists, I'll be more likely to watch. See, these I named carefully and numbered them, and but you couldn't just, since the ordering doesn't work, you can't order them by alphabetical. You have to you can kind of get it started with dates and stuff, like upload date and publish date. But the problem is, you're up. When you go by upload date, then a bigger video, when you're doing them all at the same time like this, a bigger video will take longer. So it's going to be behind or ahead. It's going to be behind the smaller videos in the timeline. So then you still got to manually drag them around in here and get them right. But at least it helps. It does kind of get you started. But yeah, so I believe they're all done now. And for whatever reason, it says uploaded 245 of 246. Oh, that one that I saw that was processing, maybe it's actually still uploading. So where is it? At least it's not telling you got to sit here at this page and wait till it's done. It says it's done, but I did have to click on that several times before I didn't have any more that are saying I would go slower. Maybe there is one left that we're saying publish me. Of course, I could still go back and do it. You can go in there in your list of videos, and if you see one that's not published, you can go ahead and do it later. But I didn't want to have to, with 246 videos, I didn't want to have to click on even 10 of them at one at a time. Oh, there it is. There it is. I bet that's the one. So maybe there's more. Oh, there's more. Okay, so they're not all published yet. Oh, that one's not done uploading yet. That's the one. I keep saying that's the one, that's the one. This is actually a video that went wrong, and so it has some of the coolest colors and video artifacts. And it's really at the beginning for the first couple minutes or two, and then it goes on and it plays normally. But it was a messed up video. The sync was off. It wouldn't play or anything. It wouldn't work right in a bunch all apps except it would play in VLC. And so what I did, I couldn't edit it, I don't think, if I remember right, because the video editor, Kdenlive or any of the others, like OpenShot or whatever, couldn't edit it. But I did a stream save. I played it in VLC and saved the stream, and got that because I've used clips of it after. I guess what I did after I saved it, I used clips of it in other videos. But it makes great like effect clips and stuff. The video is not well. I mean, once you get a normal person, everyday person's like, I don't, what's wrong with that? I'm not watching that, because it's a desktop video explaining how to do stuff. And of course that part of it's ruined, but the colors and stuff are just cool. So anyway, you can put these clips and use for intros and exits and stuff. And so I just went ahead and uploaded it just like it was. I'd have used it for that, but I don't know why it's the one that's still not. That's the one. That's that one in the list. It says 24 minutes remaining. But but VLC stream save is what it's named, because that's how I did it. Originally, it was a desktop video with that number, and like .mp4. But if I remember, I believe that's what I did. I think I'm telling the right story and not a story, a lie story. But okay, so I'm gonna hit. Yeah, that makes sense now. 246. So I'm glad I didn't shut this yet, because it might have jacked it up. Although it says it's done, I guess I could safely leave, but I'm leery. With everything erroring out and script errors and everything else under the sun, I'm leery of leaving it until it's actually done. So let's see if it'll, hit publish. I've talked so long now that my throat's sore. I've been making all the videos here a lot lately, and normally for the last 16 years, I just work on the computer and don't even talk much. And so I can't even hardly, I used to sing, I can't hardly sing anymore. Can't even hardly talk much anymore. I want to do it, and I've been doing it, lately. And, I have trouble. So sometimes, at least tonight, I'm not coughing my head off. Sometimes I cough and cough. It's weird looking at my old face, my old young face. That may look old to you, but you look at my newer videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. That was, 98, 99, and this is 2016, so. People probably, anybody sees these and then those and my new ones, they'll be kind of going, what? Because they are going to look like brand new videos to them, But it would be interesting to see. It's interesting to see. I mean, my videos don't get lots of views, like lots of people. But one video, actually, some of my truck videos have 0 views since I uploaded them the second time, and some of my videos I uploaded just 3 to 5 days ago already have like 20-something views. So. And that was the ones I made some videos about. I ordered a headset, a Bluetooth headset. Wouldn't work right. And so I made videos because I wanted to be able to share, my experience, and warn people about them. It didn't work the way they were advertised to work. And those are the ones that are getting the views. And the ones that are actually valuable, the ones that help people with computer problems and learn how to do stuff, they may have who knows? People may never watch them. We'll see. Of course, these ones I made with the phone, I wouldn't blame them for not watching. Well, there's good information, but they're not good-looking videos because they're made with handheld phone videos. I try not to move the phone around fast, like, I used to always get so aggravated with people moving their phone around real fast. It's actually way harder to film with a phone than it is with a camera. I found out once. See, I didn't have any smartphones until I used to have I had a mobile phone in 2000, 2001 when they very first started getting them on the internet, and I couldn't hardly use them on the internet, having to punch 3 times for every letter, and everything. And they had those tiny little screens, a little Nokia 53 something or something like that's what I had. And anyway, I really didn't need a phone, but now that you can get I got these phones at Wally World for $14.88 each, under $15, and so now I got two for me, mostly for two things: for a camera and a pocket computer. I don't even have service on them. I don't really need that. If I want to make a call, I can do it with Google Voice if I have Wi-Fi. And I got one from my mom, but she decided it was too hard to use. She has an Amazon tablet, and she uses it, some. Look at pictures and check emails and stuff. But she thought the phone was hard, and it is small. That's why they're cheap, because they had small screens and small amounts of memory. But I got memory cards for them, and they have 4 gig of onboard memory, and I got, I got 64 gig SD cards for them, and for mine, and then for hers I got 32 gig. But she tried for a month or so and just decided she couldn't. She just didn't want to try to learn to use it. So she gave it to me. So I got 3 of them. So I can do 3 camera shoots. Guess I better go slow if I'm going to see what's going on there. I think that I probably should just quit trying to do this. Getting hungry, really hungry again, and getting a headache. I already had my little candy snack is worn off. So, that's a different video. Oh, that says processing done. But it wants to know if you want to publish it. I wish you could like look at them in order of ones that need attention. I don't know why when you click publish all, it doesn't just do it. Maybe it's because of the script errors. Could be. Keeps doing that. Started to go back to my YouTube list again, or the videos list, but there's really no sense in that. I guess I could go down and try to find them one at a time and do it. Still good on my health stream, but now look at that. 1 hour and 44 minutes. That's okay. YouTube live videos are supposed to be long, right? I doubt it. One of my favorite the phone that I'm doing my camera with, see, it's just over there running, live streaming my face, and anytime I want to click on it in OBS Studio, I can. And see if it's still up. I think it doesn't really go to sleep. I have to plug it in to the charger for it to work, but it works really well. Oh, yeah, see, when you do that, it usually gets errors several times before it gets finished. There it goes, saving. Okay, so now I guess it's okay. So let's see if there's any more. I'll go through there slower this time. I could do it over. I'm just leery about leaving this page. That's why I keep fiddling with it. And when it's not okay, like that one. Well, especially with that one that said, can't save changes, please review your video details. Huh? Oh, okay. Your title is too long. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, when I was in there before, you know what? I think that's one that's already up there. I'm surprised it didn't see it as a... Okay, so you don't need MP4 on the end of it, do you? That's a title, not a file name. But XSplit should already be up there, so it's probably a duplicate, but it didn't see it as a duplicate. So I'll probably end up wanting to delete it anyway. Okay, now I'm beginning to understand. Oh, now it's saving it as a draft and I'm not done yet. Okay, now at least I'm starting to understand. Okay, that one worked. So, this is something I didn't know would even happen. Okay, now that one, oh, it's probably the same thing. So if I hit publish, oh, I guess I just need to go there and do that. Compilation video. But I don't know how many characters they allow. But you can be just, one character over. And I guess if it saves to draft successfully, then you're all right. I don't know. As soon as you change it, it does that. Okay. Learning more every moment here about all this. When you grab it, it's hard to not go too many. Okay, so I want to hit show more. Now, go to the end. It may be really close. July 8th. So let's just change it to 0608. Whoops. It went to 0608. I think it's already trying to save it, and I haven't. Oh, it says couldn't save your changes. Yeah, because it's still too long. Did it work? Yeah, it saved at that time. So I made it. I'll leave it like that. Maybe like that and publish it. So they're very close to being okay, but they're just too long. But I haven't bothered. I guess I need to count and then write it down in 100 places so I can know how many characters I could put in there. But one time I was doing all that, and it was just cutting. I guess I was in a different place. I was on YouTube, and it was just cutting them off for me. So that's what I thought it did. I thought if the names were too long, it would just cut them off. But if you're in there trying to, like say if I want to append a whole bunch of videos at once, well, that one looks like it's a broken video, but it's not showing any errors or anything. If you try to append one with too many extra, too long of a name, then it will just keep saying it's too long, but it won't tell you how many characters you have or anything, like most sites do, with stuff like that. So, it's not definitely not conducive for doing a whole bunch of videos. So I will hopefully learn my lesson here and remember not to do a whole bunch of videos again. I don't know how many works well with this, but 246 does not work well. But I did get it to work. And since how I spent a whole like 12 hours or more. Actually, did I do it for 2 days? I think I managed to get it all done yesterday and spent around 12 hours on making those 2 new playlists just for uploading purposes. Oh, I spent a day doing it, and then I spent all day today, all afternoon today. See, I'm up in the middle of the night here. This is the morning now, another day. Got my schedule all turned around, fooling around with all this. Okay, I think it's all done now. So, and there was one that was still uploading in there, but I think it might have finished. Kind of go slow through there. If I see another blue line, I'll stop and do work on it. So that's why they won't publish. Some of them wouldn't publish because they had too long a file name. Used to, you could have a pretty darn long file name. Yeah, all these ones that look like screenshot videos are actually phone videos, most of them. Some of them might be real screencast videos. Some of them might be real screencasts, but all the ones that say vid and MP4, those are phone videos. But yeah, and I was telling that whole story. You can run TeamViewer. Actually, I can. Yeah, TeamViewer. TeamViewer is the only one I think I can do that with, or that I've tried to do it with. But remote desktop app, you can run that. It runs Windows and Linux, and I think it can run in Mac too. And you can run it in a portable mode. That's what they call it. And you just unzip it and run it. And so now I do that. And so a machine, like I can do that. I've done it once or twice in a live Linux system, that wasn't even installed. So that's my plan, to do that when I install Fedora 25 on this one, and this one, my laptop, my mom's machine. Well, I mean, I don't have to make videos on all of them, but on this one I wanted to make a video because it's got enough hardware resources that it could handle it. The others probably might not work because just the installation software kind of uses a lot of resources. So probably just this one. I mean, I don't need to do it over and over, but I'd like to get one good. Oh, that video is a duplicate. Yeah, one good installation video for Fedora 25. I've actually helped somebody install Fedora 25 already a week or so ago, and I went through all the trouble and kind of hiccups and figured out the best way to do it. Because I tried to do it from my easy to boot stick, and it would hang up and not work. It would hang up at the disk formatting part of it, and it wouldn't. It took me a while to figure out that I just needed to go. I put it on a USB stick. It was on an SD card, but I don't think that was the reason it hung up. I think it's because it was booted to easy to boot and not put on there actually. I didn't realize Fedora made an app. Well, I knew they had an app, but they updated it, and it works perfect. So I just use that Fedora app that they have. You can find information about it on the Fedora website if you wanted to know about it. And Fedora Linux, I'm talking about. And anyway, it went without any problems whatsoever doing it that way. Congratulations, your videos are now on YouTube. Okay, it's finally done. That's what I was wanting to see. And I'm glad I didn't leave that page. I had a feeling I shouldn't leave it, even though it said it was done. So now I found out what the problems were. I don't know what would have happened. I guess I could have went to my manager and done the same thing maybe, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to take that chance. Now I don't know. Maybe they'll finally end up in my... That's just a Motor Trend video. Came up. They started doing that now. It's okay, but sometimes it's just up there for junk it'll show the same thing over and over again that I've already looked at sometimes. But sometimes it's pretty cool, but sometimes it just kind of gets aggravating. But if you're logged into, Google, it'll come up there under your icon. Now that was getting a little slow there, so that's still working. So we definitely have a 2-hour video, but I believe I'm done enough to nothing more to tell. After I want to look at my playlist again and see if what it's done about that. But there they all are, and that's the way. I don't know if I'll end up going back and I'm afraid that if I don't rename them, they won't get any views or attention at all, because when I see one like first thing I look at when I do a YouTube search is what the title is, and if it's pertinent to you see something that looks like it might be in the icon, but the title's what tells you whether or not it's what you want to see or not. I want to click on it or not. But giving them all the same name, like I don't know where those are, but my truck videos, I don't think that helps too good, because they certainly haven't gotten hardly any views. It says 69 videos still, so I don't know. It may not be going to put them in there. I may have to go back and do that, but that won't be too hard. Be more trouble than the way I could have done it there. I don't know why that doesn't work. Why does it have it in there and then not do it? Surely, I mean, that one looks like one of them, but that's the only one that's in there. All the rest of these are from, see, that's one of my new, see, I have them ordered oldest to newest, so that when you play them, the series will. Now, if I really would get after it, I'd make a different playlist for every single one of these. Actually, those ones there do have their own playlists, those Raspberry Pi ones. But then I decided to just put all of my computer videos in one, computer and phone videos, because it's all related stuff. It's all software, and Android's based on Linux. It's also very similar. So that'll be the only thing I have to do. So that'll have. Well, I got another batch to upload too, so I might as well do that first. I don't need to sort them or anything until I want to get them all in the playlist. But I have a whole nother batch of 150 or something like that to upload. This other playlist over here. That's my mom's Christmas flowers she got for Christmas. But yeah, I did have them all in this playlist here. I just kept putting them in there, I had no idea that I couldn't just click on it and upload it till I tried it. And so that's the one I just did. And so somewhere in this, there it is. They don't order. They order like, I don't know. I mean, it's not. It's kind of the ones you click on most often go towards the front, but this has been clicked on more often than this one now. This one here is the next one I'll have to do, and how many. But I put a note in the title for myself. I'll probably take it out now that I've gotten it kind of figured out. But I kept forgetting how many you could do. I didn't want to put too many in the playlist. But yeah, there's that whole bunch. I need to do them. That's 152. So I already looked at the playlist, didn't I? So that's it. And I got to go. I mean, I have to go, so also, I'm going to have to change that. VLC stream is what it is, but I need to put Dawn on there or something so I can remember. So there we go. There's a 2-hour short video on how to get by all the script errors. The only way I could figure out how to do it. Trying to do a bunch of uploads from Google Photos, or transfers from Google Photos to YouTube. So it's done, and I'll be back later with some more videos later. All right, bye-bye.